This is a good story. And if we look at Legulac, we say, how are we looking, you know? How do we expect this game to go? Whatever. Who's favored? Well, Legulac says that Clem and MaxPax have played 94 times in Legacy of the Void, which is just insane. And it also thinks that Clem wins this 55-45, which, okay, fine. I'll buy that one maybe, but look at this. It's starting spicy. We don't have to talk about historical matchups here. Clem going for Proxy Marauder in the first game of this series. And, you know, granted, I haven't been casting StarCraft as much recently as I otherwise would be. I've been busy with some other things, but life, unfortunately, a dear life, yeah, keep me away from my one true love. Don't let Claire hear that. But anyway, what is this? So Proxy Marauder, single Rex Marauder is on the way from Clem. And again, this is a rare, even if I haven't watched a lot of StarCraft recently, I can still tell you this is pretty rare. Against a Proxy Gateway, probably play from MaxPax here. We might see a Stargate. This is a fun build to start our series. Interesting build to start our series. I don't really know. But for now. There we go. Gateway's on the way. Ships in the night. Marines don't get scouted. MaxPax is aware of what's happening, though. He sees it. So, Marauders and Marines, they show up, and the natural here. The shield battery won't go up. That's number one. And actually, Stalker shows its face with, well, concussive shells just kill it immediately. So, Clem in a wonderful position in this game as the probes are going to get pulled here. So for now, yes, one Marauder stays alive. Clem, you're a god. You're so good. And at this point, the natural's dead. There is not going to be saving it. The shield battery has to get canceled here. 3 Marauders sitting on the map. There's nothing. Stalkers, maybe you try to go on the low ground. Maybe you try to bait something out. And in fairness, 2 Marauders are very low. And Clem realizes that the natural's free. So go into the main. Get more damage done here. Kite away from the probes. And if the probes get good contact, they will kill Marauders. One has fallen. There's going to be another one. It's actually second Marauder falls, but there's another one where that came from. And yeah, the Marines are slow to rally. Absolutely. But I mean, MaxPax is on 13 probes. This game is over. As the Stalkers go down, I mean, eventually this paltry army will get dealt with. Will it? Actually, no, the Stalker. Oh, it's so low. One will survive, and the Marines, they'll trade their lives. They will gladly trade their lives for a couple more probes. So, 12 workers to 25. There it is. Yep, Clem, he takes game 1. Very, very nice, quick, to the point. Maybe we're going to have more aggression. And yep, we do. You know, that's fine. If you hear a little thunder in the background, that's just the thunderstorm that is currently happening because it's properly summer out up here in New Hampshire. And, well, you know, it was a little hot this weekend, hot and humid. The distant roll of thunder in the evening is just the best. Oh, it sparks so much joy. Makes me so happy. So long as it doesn't cut the broadcast and kill the recording, we're going to be very happy. So, Clem, double proxy racks this time. There's a tech lab going down on both of these. Oh, well, this game is going to be over very quickly, one way or the other. MaxPax, he gets a full scout. He sees double gas. He sees no barracks. But does he know what type of build this is? Is this Proxy Reaper? Is this Proxy double gas, double tech lab Marauder? There's not a lot to see there, honestly. It's going to be hard to figure out. So, MaxPax is staying on the low ground. He doesn't know. He had the probe. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. He saw it with the Zealot. Yeah, he saw the double racks with the Zealot, and he saw the Marauder as well. Clem has to wait, even though he's been busted a little bit, even though MaxPax knows. He still has to wait. He still needs that concussive shell to fight. Otherwise, it's not going to be all that great. So, concussive shell is halfway done. Actually seems low. Clem's going to move in a little bit before then. Couple SCVs, 2 Marauders. Actually, 3 Marauders. And that is enough to start to put pressure on here because you don't want to give that shield battery an opportunity to go down. And Clem just commits to it, actually. The shield battery will fall. Now, Zealot doesn't get on top of these Marauders, and that's hefty damage. Probes actually get pulled, so the bunker won't complete now. And actually, there we go. Both SCVs are down. Concussive shells in 1 second. Clem gets on top of 1 Stalker, but he will lose 2 Marauders for it. Granted, those 2 Marauders, the Marauder HP is less important as compared to last time because, again, you're building them 2 at a time. They can survive a little bit longer. The Citizen's Arrest is nice, and the Marauders are struggling to run. The shield battery's over. And this, again, it's all about that shield battery getting up. If you don't get it up, it's a big problem. So another Stalker will fall. And this bunker here, even if it is not enough, yeah, MaxPax is dead. Even if that shield battery was not going to be enough to, well, even if the bunker wasn't going to complete, actually, it was just a position that Clem could micro around. And Clem is just, someone said he's speedrunning this. It's 2-0. Maybe game 3 is going to give us an opportunity. Maybe Clem has had it enough with these Marauders, with these proxies. And certainly, he's not proxying this time. He has barracks on the high ground. He's going barracks gas into command center, I would assume. Reaper expand. Something like that. But I think that's fair. You know, Clem is not... He's kind of shown us everything. He's shown every kind of early proxy option that you go with Marauders, so it doesn't necessarily make sense to do it 3 times in a row. Excuse me. It doesn't make sense to go for Proxy Marauder or something like that 3 times in a row. First of all, I mean, MaxPax is going to be aware of it. Second of all, MaxPax is going to be aware of it. Like, he's going to have the read. He's going to have the understanding. He's going to have it in the back of his head, but that means MaxPax has to play safely now. That means MaxPax has to really pay attention to his scouting, send that scouting probe, put it around the map, make sure you know what's happening. Although, seeing Command Center go down, at the timing that it does, that says a lot. But just because Clem has won 2 games by this early game pressure, sure, fine. That is true. That is valid. That is important. Just because that is true does not mean that MaxPax is, you know, out of this series. That Clem is going to be easy 3-0. That's going to be it, regardless of what happens. No. Because MaxPax, yeah, sure. Proxy barracks, whatever, fine, obnoxious. MaxPax is a very good at comebacks. Probably the best Protoss in the world in this matchup. Well, he is the best Protoss in the world at this matchup, but probably the best Protoss in the world at, you know, coming back from bad situations in the mid game, in the late game. And honestly, his mid game, his late game is just so solid. But this is also MaxPax, right? And if there ever was a player to look at and say, hey, he's going for a 4-gate, it is in fact gonna be MaxPax. So for now, SCVs actually have to get pulled off this early pressure, but that means, okay, Clem loses 1, shouldn't lose the second now, and that's gonna be a dead adept as well. So hey, Clem very happy. SCV is off the line, annoying, fine, but he really doesn't delay his command center all that much. It gets the SCV, or gets the adept, gets the zealot. And this pressure, I mean, MaxPax wanted to combine. He wanted to get 2 adepts and a zealot, and then he one-shotting things, and it really does get complicated. I love this from Clem. Oh, this is so dirty. This is just this is ridiculous, right? You go 2 games of Proxy Gate or Proxy Barracks. And then game 3, what do? You drop to 3rd. You get your very quick 3rd base. That being said, Clem has to be very, very careful. Because MaxPax is the king of the 4-gate. And he's doing it again. 2 gateways done, 2 on the way. He's got his Robo halfway done, or 2/3 of the way done, Blink halfway done. And Clem's only going to have gateway units, right? Because this is the Byun-ish 3 Rex. Generally, Byun will get... I want to say he gets his 3rd barracks just a little bit faster, but regardless, you're only going to have gateway units against this. Yes, Stim is very fast. Yes, Marauders are on the way, but Blink's going to hit before Stim. And pure bio with no medevacs, with no tanks, with nothing like that, does tend to struggle against a 4-gate. I mean, struggles a lot against a 4-gate Blink. So I'm getting very worried for Clem right now. Like, I love this series planning, the idea to just get as greedy as possible, but seems like MaxPax has the read. MaxPax understands, and Clem is covering the wrong bases. He's got a missile turret on the way with 3 CCs. That's money he can't afford to spend right now. But Stim is 2/3 of the way done here, as more Stalkers are going to warp on in. What's our army looking like? 2 Marauders, 14 Marines. Bunker's not even done. Clem feels dead right now. This is a problem. Stalkers on the high ground. SCVs have to get pulled. This is such a problem for Clem right now. And MaxPax has 2 Blinks. He's got his Blink Stalker micro, and he's got his War Prism micro. So the bunker seems like it should eventually complete, and Stim is done in 5 seconds, but you do need that. You need the factory. You need the starport. You need these medevacs to really make it worthwhile, but Clem has an opportunity here. No, he's not going to stim down the ramp. He's not going to go for it. And honestly, holds on fairly well. He's only down about 8 workers right now. He's got 3 orbitals. He's got 3 mules. He's got scans if he wants it, but really no reason to do that one, right? Just spend the mules here because, again, it's not like there's going to be DTs on top of that. This is a 4-gate. I like this. I love this from MaxPax. Into the main base he's going to go. He's going to force the stim, but combat shields are done. A lot more HP onto this army right now, but notice what MaxPax did. Didn't care about the Marauders, even if they technically counter his army. He killed the Marines. He killed that. Actually, this is kind of cool. We're going to talk about it in a second. To finish the thought, though, he killed the units that could kill the War Prism. Right, that's the important thing right there. But I was questioning this missile turret. I'm like, okay, well, you know, there's no DTs. You know, there's no DTs. You don't need. This is a bad expenditure, but it means the War Prism can't kind of volley into the main. So now, I mean, stim is done. SCVs are going to get pulled. MaxPax's blink micro though is impeccable here. Clem though chasing, senses opportunity or senses that he's got to get something done. But has he bought enough time? Army supplies roughly equal, holding the ramp. He's got to drop a scan on the high ground. He's got to get this observer down. I don't know that he sees it though. There he goes. Okay, observer will fall. And now Clem is sitting here. He's down 7 workers, equal in army supply, +1, 2/3 of the way done. Medevacs hitting the field. And he's got more Marauders than Marines. Adding an additional barracks here. It feels like he actually kind of has survived. These Zealots are annoying, and he's going to have to kite backwards a little bit. Again, SCVs get pulled. Marauders get stuck a little bit. SCVs trapped behind. This is not the fight that Clem wants at all here. But now here come the Medevacs, the healing boys, the healing brigade. But still, these Marauders are so low, and they're out ahead of the Medevacs. They're not able to heal just yet. But even still, Clem, sensing opportunity here, is going to be able to force MaxPax back. Got to pull those SCVs, though. And there we go. Back to mining. +1 done. Army supplies equal. Clem down. Significant economy, but does have that 3rd base. MaxPax only just now starting to mine from it. And you give Clem a little bit of time. Give him a little bit of time. And he should be able to stabilize in this game. But MaxPax does not want to give Clem that time. So Stalker's looking for a snipe. They're going to try to get a medevac, but they don't find it. By the way, into the main base here. These Zealots have charge, but yeah, they have charge now. So that's a bit obnoxious, but the Marauder plugs the gap. And that was so... a couple Stalkers went down here. That's really not ideal. And this War Prism, by the way, is oh so very low. Really getting punished by that. Really just getting punished by the missile turret that I talked about earlier. And now there's a Immortal across the map here. That's not what you want there. MaxPax? MaxPax. You're immortal. Okay. That's gonna go home. That's really good news if you're a MaxPax fan, but it feels like Clem is stabilized. He's got +1. He's got armor on the way. Obviously, it's not going to be done for a while, and certainly it's not going to be done in time for the +1 attack of MaxPax. But now we're going to see a medevac fall here, and that is unfortunate, but it also tells Clem where MaxPax's army is. Now, Zealots, oh, this is a big trap here in the line of sight blocker. Widowmines, though, one of them will burrow. Decent splits from Clem. But what we're looking at is the fact that Clem could not mine out of that 3rd base whatsoever. But he's just going to run across the map. More missile turret, not there anymore. That was knocked down at some point. So the War Prism gets its way in, and now it's a dead Marauder. Clem's starting to realize here that his army that he's got in the front is going to be enough to kill this 4th base. Cancel it. Actually, it's going to be a kill because this base is now done. Part of MaxPax's army, that supply, it's on the other side of the map. Part of it is stuck in production, so 2 workers will fall. This is a very low army here as this game is starting to go really, really bonkers. MaxPax, well, Clem, you got to pick up here. This army is just oh so very low, but he doesn't have boost, so the medevacs can't be the saviors. And the Zealots in the main causing so many issues. 5 workers go down. 5 workers fall. And it's just more. It's the War Prism in the main. This oh so very low warp. The fact that this is alive is kind of insane to me right now. But even still, 3rd base should survive. MaxPax goes push me, pull you, seesaw onto the other side. And at the end of the day, Clem's +1 is just about done. Adding in that single Viking just to make sure this War Prism is finally not going to be a thorn in his side, but this is about time. We have 8 Colossus on the map. 2nd one is on the way. +2 attack. Templar Archives, maybe for Storm, maybe just for Archons. Depends on what MaxPax wants to do. And for now, he's only on 4 gas, so it seems likely it's just going to be for Archons. You don't really have the gas for Storm just yet. Nice Widowmine shot, though. Now with Clem. he feels a little bit safer on the map right now. That Viking just in the dead airspace means, well, hey, the Warp Prism's not going to be quite as effective, but maybe not the main. Third base, though. It's going to be something just a little bit else. That's a nice position for these Marines to find themselves in, and they got +1 armor. So this run by finally is going to be one that really, it trades army for army and not in a really positive way. But it's 2 Colossus. How are you supposed to break? You're not, actually. Clem, I don't care how good your micro is. You gotta redevelop your army just a little bit here. So we have Vikings on the way. We have a Ghost Academy on the way. These Stalkers are going to try to get chased down, but I don't know how many Clem actually gets. And yes, there's War for Archons. MaxPax wants to go for a big push right now, and he can hit a timing before this Ghost Academy is done. Before Clem is really ready to defend. In fact, his army is getting very surrounded here, looking to kite away against the Archons. Actually, Wintermines, they kill one of those. Force field's okay. Actually, it's really solid as the Zealots come in from behind, but now Clem knows what's happening. He's aware of this situation, and the Zealots actually are going to get traded out a little bit. I'd love to see Clem just kill those rocks. Oh, these Colossus. Oh, no, MaxPax. The series is over. Oh, no. Oh, no. MaxPax was playing so well. MaxPax was playing so well, but you can't give up 18 army supply. You can't give up all your Colossus like that and in a hard-fought game, in a game where you arguably had a minor advantage, but I won't say a major one. Even as the Zealot run by finds its way. I mean, it's nice, but the rally is going to do just enough right now. We're going to see, there we go, the Observer goes down, but you know what? It does buy time. Even as defensive Widowmines on the other side kill off pretty much the rest of these Zealots. But Clem's at 40 army supply right now. Equal in upgrades, 1-1 versus +2. A Viking count, 5 Vikings for 1 Colossus, more than enough. So MaxPax is just desperately sending Zealots out on the left side, out on the right side. Just trying to make it so there's no way that Clem can move in. But this army from Clem is just, I don't know that there's anything you can do to fight it. It's 40 army supply in the good. It's a problem. It's such a problem here for Clem. And now with shield battery overcharge done, I mean, again, Zealot run bys are solid. Widowmines have to burr up here. Yeah, you know, he's getting ghosts. This is a lot of Zealots, but if I'm Clem, just lift up into the main. Realistically, this army is not something that MaxPax can beat. And as long as you don't lose too much, you're going to be fine. We're going to see the Colossus go down, Archons fall, Vikings get landed here. There's 1 disruptor. It's going to have to be everything. Big Widowmine shots, kill-offs. There we go. The run by is dead. This fourth base will go down. MaxPax tries to get into a 5th, but the retreat just tells MaxPax exactly where things are. Clem, hey, you know what? That's a disruptor that kills more of MaxPax than it does of Clem, actually. And now Clem's aware of the 4th, so that's even more of a problem here. Vikings continue to land. Disruptors will fall. And yeah, Clem lost a lot of workers. 75 army supply to 15 says all the story that Clem could possibly tell. And, you know, he sped around the first 2 games. Game 3 absolutely was a game that MaxPax could win, but you can't lose 3 Colossus like that. Granted, you know, it's 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning for these players, so you really got to give them the benefit of the doubt here, but unfortunate for MaxPax is what we shall say, as now Clem is your champion of ESL Open Cup America's number 181. And if you liked this and maybe want more like this, you should make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I upload tons of StarCraft content and Stormgate content all the time, especially, you know, interesting interviews and things like that, and casts. So hit the sub button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.